DoubleKBeats, Double K Productions. I am back with you in Priest on the Studio on 4, back with another tutorial, part 4, final part of this series. And we're just showing y'all what these two tools gonna give you inside your mix. And hopefully you just hire me to mix your song. Hopefully, you could definitely do that. You can email description below. You can find me right there. Okay? But anyway, if you're new to the channel, you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I go to post some more knowledge for you. Also, thumbs up and comments also help. And as of right now, we're in the quarantine phase, so let's stay home, let's stay safe, and let's not get this corona. Let's not affect more people's lives and stuff like that. Let's stay home and let's make sure we don't get it and we put good content out for the people, so when this is all said and done, everybody can see the work that we put in. Okay, so let's do that. Stay home, stay safe, hashtag baby. We're just gonna go over the rest of the tools. We're gonna go over the mute, we're gonna go over the bend, we're gonna go over the listen, we're gonna go over the audio bend, we're gonna go over the strip silent, we're gonna go over quantize, and we're gonna go over the macros. Okay, and then you got the toggle snap, and then you got the grow, and then you got the rip. I don't know what that does, so we're just gonna go over. All right, so far as mute, like I showed y'all, I like to hit my little mouse pad right there, go to the mute, and just mute it out. If I didn't show y'all that, I'm showing y'all that now, because I know I made a whole tutorial on it, but it was too long, so I might have deleted it. You might not know that. But anyway, as far as what the mute tool does, that's what it's going to do for you. It's quick. That way, say you going in and you messed up on a word, or the timing was off, and you just want to get rid of that one word instead of just deleting it out, or, if you have an audio you want to hide this audio. Say if you did a take, multiple takes, instead of just muting this tape, because when you unmute it down here, you unmute everything. Guess what? That one take gonna be still playing, even though it's in the hide mode. Okay, so if we click right here and we just hide it out, boom, it's muted. It won't ever play unless you come back and unmute that track itself. I mean the event itself. Okay, so we'll just unmute it. And I'm putting it that way because I used to mute this out, then I hide it, and then I would try to listen to the whole track back itself, and then when I listen to the whole track, I go back and unmute and unsolo things, and now I got everything that I hid and muted out on the track itself playing back. So when I figured, oh, well, if I unmute everything and try to play it back, it's going to play the takes that I didn't want. And I just wanted to use bits and pieces from. I might use a word here and there if I'm comping and stuff like that. Well, I could just mute the whole track. That way I ain't got to mute that. And then when I hide it, it won't play back on the good tracks, my good takes or whatnot. Okay, so that's where the mute tool comes in play of what I like to do. And then if I just want to mute that out and don't want to delete it, because I might use it when I'm still mixing the track, I might want to use it or put it back, then I leave it there instead of just deleting it out or erasing it out, So undo that, and that's the mute tool. Quick. Everything these tools are made for is to help you go faster inside your mix, because mix can get so complex. You could have 100, 200 something tracks going on, and you just gotta go through each one, and you doing this without a mute tool or whatnot. It's time consuming. So that's what these tools is about. And we're going to talk about the bend tool. Okay, the bend tool allows you to move that all the way out of place. Now you're going to get this little arrow right here, because it ain't made to be bend like that. So if you're going to bend it, you can bend it. All right, so let's go to this word right here. We're going to bend it. All right, but we're going to bend this word to stretch it a little bit. See how it's stretching all the audios, because they all connected. You have to make it its own track. We'll go back to the arrow, make it its own track, and then we can bend it. All right, we can bend the audio. It's not going to affect none of this. It's going to affect that. Oh, it still affected it. This is what you have to do. Can't just move it down. This is what you're gonna have to do. Go back, boom, right here, boom. Well, it's still gonna affect it because we didn't do it complete. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Let's. I know what that was. The paint tool. Get out of here. All right. So we'd have to do it that way. Keep going back. Would have to come back like I showed y'all. Let's redo it real quick. Bounce selection. I didn't think it was gonna work because you're supposed to bounce complete section, but it still worked. You just bounce selection. Now you ain't affecting this. You're just affecting this one couple of little words. You want to stretch it. Basically, you're bending it. Now, instead of bending it, you're actually just stretching the audio itself without having to hit the stretch tool on the. Because if we hit Control or Alt maybe. Oop, 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 oop. Control, maybe select. Get out of here. Oh, it's Alt. Alt gives you the length. Alright, it's just stretch it out for you. Boom, boom, boom. Put it in for you, stretch it. So instead of stretching it, we'll just bend it a little bit, stretch a word out, bend that one word, bend it, bend it. Whoa. Now we can listen to it. We can put it back. Boom. Okay, that's what Ben does. But in the far as why we would use this tool, I'm just over exaggerating. Why we would use this tool for timing? Okay, if we want to time the word or make a slight delay on it, we'll just bend it just a little bit. You wouldn't go this dramatic or drastic with it because you hear it. It slows it down or stretch it out for you. So you just want to bend it a little bit to make sure it goes inside the whole entire mixer or on top of your vocals that you got going on right here, okay? So that's what you will bend it for, just to give the timing right or put the timing on a little bit or take it off a little bit if it's you want that effect of a little slight delay or phase, just a little bit of it. You'll just bend it without having to stretch it or using the length because the length is timing. It makes it longer, makes it shorter. That's why you're getting this long tail on it. So
get involved with it. That's above.
So we'll listen to this right here, and we'll just stretch a little bit out right
there.
there.
All of this is
the more you stretch, the more time it's gonna slow down or pick up. All right. So it's timing, bend it. We're gonna listen to it. Listen to it's the same thing.
Footsteps above. Fuck you in. Don't get it.
That bringing back the tool every time. You just listen to that one clip. All right. Keep bringing it back.
I love ball. Love ball.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of it's quick and efficient because I just do it the old school way. If I want to listen back to the track, I just come up here and click. That's my workflow. I don't really come and usually listen to it, but if you want to just listen to one little clip, it works. Especially when you're comping some vocals and you just want to listen to that one word or making sure you get that one good part when you're comping. It works.
Don't get involved with it.
So that's the listen to it.
What the politics say?
What the politics say? Okay. Now we're gonna get into the audio bin. And audio bin is confusing to me. I don't use it, but it works for bending the audio, okay? So if we're gonna go to standard, we'd hold the threshold, and then we'd have to hit some let's go to this. I have to hit apply, and then boom, you get your bends in it, okay? And then one bending it, all right? But you're also messing with everything else, okay? You just stretching it out.
All of this. Let's get back to the dates before the politics.
Okay.
involved with it, following footsteps above. He told us to follow him so he can lift us up. Who cares what the politics say?
And we can stretch it out, analyze it, stuff like that, and make it to where it's quantizing on key. We can group it, guide it, drums, stuff like that. I don't really use this, so it's confusing to me. Also, the split, when I'm trying to take out silence of the breath, it is confusing too. I don't use this because it works though. I mean, it's great because it helps you when you're mixing, or when you're mixing and you want to take audio bend it just a little bit on anything. You just do it quick, and then your percentage of the bends. Okay, make it more, make it less.
Follow footsteps.
Okay, and we can zoom in. Make sure the lines are right where you want it. We can restore it. Back to default. Anything you want to do, okay?
Follow footsteps above. He told us to follow him so he can lift us up. Who cares what the
move it.
Follow him so he can.
Alright. So strip silence, same thing. We can do all that, and we can strip silence. So boom, strip silence.
Above. He told us to follow him so he can lift us.
Okay, strip silence is crazy. All right, what it's gonna try to do is in between, and what you're gonna have to do really is really get tedious with the open threshold and closed threshold and the length and time. Okay, so you have to mess with all these to get inside to use it quick and efficient. All right, making sure it only strips what you want it to strip out instead of the words that actually
don't get
doing something. So if we're gonna go and try to get Daniel, there we go. If we're gonna try to get it out, we're gonna have to go in and mess with it kind of like that. All right,
don't get it.
I'm gonna hit apply. It won't take too much off. All right, but for link
don't get it.
Hit apply.
Don't.
Okay. See how much tedious this? I do not use it because I haven't figured it out. But that's one way to use it, is to take all the silences out. So basically it will work great on ad-libs where you're just saying one word and waiting to say. Works great on that. So work on the whole thing, your whole vocal. Is gonna be hard to try to, take silence out of something that you constantly rapping on. But it works great on ad-libs to try to take out the silence because you have pause in between. So if we take this and bring it over here and bring it out, you see how much silence we got going on right there. So if we hit apply, still gonna suck because we ain't got the threshold on. So if we go back and we do what that was, -30, -3 was 2, huh? So we'll do the same thing here, and we'll leave it at that, and then we'll hit apply.
Don't get involved with it. Follow foot, cause I can't see another brother die. No, cause I can't see more for me. Leave. Don't get involved with it. That's the book.
Okay. All this sounds horrible, but that's what the strip silent would do for you. Get rid of all that space that you have between, and then you have to go in and make sure it didn't take out too much that you didn't want it to take out. All right. So, is it time consuming using this? Is it supposed to be effective? Yes, it's time consuming because you got to figure out exactly what you wanted to cut out and use the threshold. But is it helpful? Yes, it's grateful. It's great. It helps and it keeps your mix flowing. All right. So I ain't gonna pond up on frown up on none of these because it's there for a reason. You know, audio bin, and then you got the strip silence, not split, strip silence, okay? And then it's there for a reason. For experienced people with this dog, they know how to use it and keep moving, rolling forward. Me, you know, it takes some time for me to actually figure out what I want to take out and figure out exactly what the threshold is going to be, okay? I ain't got to sugarcoat nothing. It's going to take me a good minute, so I just go in and use a gate on my silence or automate my little breaths that I want to take out, all right, quick, and it works for me. Now, going off the macro, we're going to hit real quick and we're going in there because it's going to go, you know, this can go too long by talking in depth by all of them, just showing you the basics of what it does. So macro, what we could do is we could add a new page, new group, remove group, but we can assign, let me find a space here to assign. Hey, uh-oh, I messed up. I like that they got all these different ones. Global is mine, the one I created, okay? And then you have all these. They didn't have all this when I created my macro. But let's go to page 8 so I can have it. And we go center. But to assign a macro, it's somewhere here. Why ain't it letting me assign a macro? On macros. There we go. So we'll just click on this one. And then we'll hit right there, and then you'll add new button, okay? We'll add a new button off of it. So if we add a new button, now we can go over here and assign a macro. And we can assign a macro and go no off. We can do the same thing, add a new button. We want a new button to be, we're going to assign this button to be, once it stops tripping, assign this button to be plugin manager, okay? We'll go to plugin manager. Boom, 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 boom. We can manage our plugins, which is great. I didn't know they had that, but hey, you learn something new every day. Move to boom. I can put it in global, whatever. New button menu. Let's add that, okay? We can drop down a menu. Start adding things to it, all right? Edit menu. Boom. And add stuff to that. So, move to, blah, 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 edit menu. We can drop down like that. But to add a macro, you have to click on one of the macros itself. Under anyone you want to do. Touch-ups, whatever, okay? Click on it. Tripping because I got everything running and we'll just assign it, alright? We just assign a macro and it works just like that. Let's take that off because it's going to be underneath my pick. Alright, that's macros. To assign it, you click on the button. Let's go over it. Boom. New button. Boom, new button. Assign it, macro, and whatever you wanted to assign it. But macro works in the context of you want to hit record real quick without hitting the keyboard. You want to just use the mouse. Hit record. Okay. You want to undo something. Do, redo, undo, redo. Instead of coming over here to the edit, hitting undo, redos, it's right here. So if I move this over here, undo, it's just like Control Z, but I use my keyboard for a lot of things. It's just like Control Z, redo, undo. All right, that's when macro come in. We can auto punch. We can add 500 dBs to this thing right here. Okay, we can fade in. We can fade out. All right, fade in, fade out. All right. It has a trouble to use to fade in something, fade out right after the, You have to do it before. Watch, it's gonna work on this one. Fade in, fade out. Time. Anyway, to fade in, fade out. It works one time. It always do that. I just haven't figured that out. Okay, and we can duplicate something real quick without hitting D on the keyboard, because you could just hit D on the keyboard, duplicate. But it's there. It's there. We can loop it, zoom in on loop, zoom out, zoom in. Overview. It's gonna give you an overview of your whole entire mix. Zoom out. All right. We can range. We can mute. We can nah, this ain't solo. This track height's tiny. Mute. Normal. And then we got large it. Small. Loop. Okay. I'm trying to be as, entertaining, but everything I'm doing right here, I'm actually looking too. But you can do all of that with the macro, and that's what the macro for, okay? Macro, you got the audio being, you got the strip style, you got the macro, you got the cursor right here, follow. And what that means, what this means is quantize, snap. Okay, it's just snapping to every grid. If you take it off, I think I showed y'all that in the last one. Maybe not. But it just snaps to what you have right here. So if we snap to a bar, it's going to snap to every bar, all right? We snap to frames. It'll do every frame for you, okay? Right? I like it on adaptive. So if we do frames, boom. Do frames for you. All right. Samples. Same thing. We'll put that back on bars. Same thing. If you do this over here, snap just like that for you. All right. This one is gonna snap like that for you. It don't matter. That's what snap to grid means. All right. What this snap to the grid means. Take it off. Move it anywhere, alright? Move it anywhere. Move this anywhere. It's not on grid anymore. Now if we do that, only moves to grid. Alright? So this is your grid snap area right here. And it moves to the grid. Alright? Take it off. You can move it anywhere. I ain't gonna move to no grids. You can move it anywhere. Not snapping to nothing. So this cursor follow, auto scrolls, the cursor follow, all right? So if we hit over here, but we looking way over here, it's gonna move back, all right? So if we over here with the cursor and we looking way over here, guess what? Boom, as you hit, it's gonna move back. Now if we take it off and we're looking over here, still gonna be looking over here. It ain't gonna follow back. We hit that, boom, it follows back. Alright. Same thing with the grid. Works. Alright. So if we hit the cursor follow edit position. So we looking over here. Comes back to what we edit. Alright. Take that off. Edition. Boom. Alright. I don't really know what the heck. That is the scratch pad. Works. Just don't know how it works. Alright. So, you take anything from this last part is how to auto bin, strip style something, macro works great. The snap, and snaps works with quantized, time based, and your snap. All this works with what you got going on right here. Then the cursor follows what you're trying to edit. All right. So that's this tutorial. It's just how to get back. And we got auto punch. I hit that earlier. Boom. It'll just automatically turn that on for you. But it's to help your workflow go. All right. In the mix area when you mixing. You want to take out some of them silence in that ad libs, you can hit that real quick. Macro. Also, you can assign your own macro. I got zoom, split, audio, volume, record, and then I got the overall copy paste stuff going on over here. Alright, so it helps greatly. Alright, all this is for your workflow. If you take anything from this, your arrow tool is the most important part of working, okay? And then the rest just follows in line with it. Alright, you have to have the arrow tool for a lot of things. Alright, so thank you for tuning into this tutorial. Again, subscribe if you're looking just for that good mix and you just don't feel like doing it yourself. Email is in the description below. Just email me. I send you a price. If you agree, we'll get it sounding nice. Alright, that's just what we do. Subscribe, thumbs up, comments always help. That's it on the series. Any other questions, comments below. I'll make a tutorial on it. You know how we do it, man.